And this dude came up with something that I got to tell you, I really did not see it coming.
Looked like gang violence to me. It looked like what young black men do when they're supervised by a single black woman. And that's what they got going on in the Memphis Police Department. They've elected or put some black woman in charge of the police force. And we're getting the same kind of chaos and disunity and violence that we see in a lot of these cities that are run by single mothers.
All right, so you're probably looking at the video and saying, what does Cam got to say about that? It's real simple. When I was growing up, my grandma would say, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, you don't say nothing at all. And if you don't understand things and you don't always have the right things to say or the right words to put together, don't say nothing until you have the right words to say. Clearly, this man does not understand what we're going on in our society right now. Clearly, he does not understand that there's police brutality everywhere. There is a lot of police departments that need extra training, extra things to be looked at, combed through, because clearly we skipped over a lot of steps and putting people in position of power, and they're abusing that power. It has nothing to do with a person being raised with a single mother or someone being a single mother running a police department. At the end of the day, that black woman that is running that police department in Memphis is doing one heck of a job. This is probably one of those things that she couldn't even account for. Nobody can account for these things that's happening. We've seen it before, but you wouldn't think that your police department would have to go through something like this. Especially when she took on that job, that sister probably was thinking to herself, I'm going to change things around. I'm going to take the steps that are necessary to change things around. And I'm going to put out a plan. I'm going to try my hardest to execute it. She wouldn't think that brothers of her own race would do something like this to someone that is of their own race as well. She couldn't account for that. Nobody could have accounted for that. If you were in that position, you couldn't even account for it. So as I look at that video, I said to myself, sir, just shut up. Just shut up. You don't have to speak. Just because somebody gives you a mic and a camera does not mean that necessarily you need to speak. And then for that, I think his name is Jason Whitlock. He used to be on FS1. I also saw him respond to Sierra. Sir, I'm just going to say this man to man. Sometimes you need to hush. I'm going to be your conscience right now. The right conscience. Hush. Matter of fact, apologize. Then hush. Sit back. Try to learn before you speak on things that you don't understand or what you cannot articulate. That's all.